Hello students, you are joining with our ICT lesson in grade 7. This is the first lesson, Central Processing Unit. In this video, I am going to discuss about the first part of Central Processing Unit. Dear students, do you know about Central Processing Unit? Normally, we call Central Processing Unit as CPU. This is a picture of CPU. I think you have learned about this lesson. Now, let's see where is our CPU. Central Processing Unit, or we can call it as CPU, is placed inside motherboard. This is like a small chip and it does a very large task in our computer system. Then, dear students, do you know the place where is our motherboard? Motherboard in system unit. Therefore, overall we can say central processing unit is inside motherboard, motherboard is inside system unit. Now I think you have a question. What are the tasks of the CPU? Okay students, before going to learn about the tasks, I am going to discuss the components of CPU. Mainly, there are three types of components. First one, arithmetic and logical unit, ALU. Second one, control unit, CU. Third one, memory registers, memory register. Okay, now we are going to learn each by. Here the first one, arithmetic and logical unit. This arithmetic word means mathematical functions. Dear students, do you know about what are the mathematical functions? What are the basic mathematical functions? Can you remember? Here it is. Addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. For example, 2 plus 3 equal 5. That means here's the addition. Therefore, mathematical functions or arithmetic functions are done using this ALU in CPU. Then, what are logical functions? Okay, logical functions mean comparison of two numbers. Here, 3 is greater than 2. There is a comparison. Like that, mathematical functions and logical functions in computer is controlled by arithmetic and logical unit in our CPU. Okay, now I think you have got an idea about arithmetic and logical unit. Let's move to other part. This is control unit. Now try to understand, students, what is the task of this control unit. Control unit communicates between, manipulates and control the hardware connected to the computer. That means simply we can say control unit communicates and it controls all hardware connected to the computer with the softwares in the computer. Next, it controls input and output data also. Not only that, control unit is responsible when ensuring that the data is sent to the right place at the right time. Next part is memory registers. Memory registers temporarily stores data and instructions that are being used by the CPU. Dear students, you have to remember and you have to understand memory means it stores something. That means it stores temporary data and instructions that are being used by the CPU. The difference of these memory registers and other memory devices like hard disk is the storage capacity. Here, memory registers has a very low storage capacity when compared with other memory devices like hard disk. Okay, dear students, now this is the most important part in this lesson, speed of CPU. Okay, when you are going to buy a computer, you should be able to understand and you should have an idea about the speed of your CPU in that computer. Because if the speed of CPU is high, the computer is work very speedily. But if the CPU's speed is not enough, we cannot do our tasks efficiently. Therefore, you should be able to understand and you should learn how to identify the speed of CPU. Here, speed of CPU can be known as clock speed. That means the number of instructions execute in a second. Dear students, the unit of measuring speed of CPU is hertz. Here, hertz is the unit and it is very important. This is the way we can identify hertz. Here, 1000 hertz equal 1 kilohertz. Then, million hertz equal 1 megahertz. Next, billion hertz equal 1 gigahertz. Like that, kilohertz, megahertz, gigahertz. When come from top to bottom, the hertz is very large. That means unit is large, kilo, mega, giga, like that. Here, this is the way we count seconds. Milli, micro, nano, pico. You can identify that from top to bottom, the seconds become smaller. That means when compared with millisecond and picoseconds is very small, millisecond is large. Like that, try to understand these diagrams and you will be able to understand how to count seconds in these units. Okay, dear students, I think you have got an idea about our first part in ICT unit, first unit. With another video, I am going to discuss about the second part. That means the generations of our CPU, generations of computer, or we can call it as evolution of CPU in another video. Please subscribe this channel and you will be get new notifications about other lessons also. Thank you students. Have a nice day. Goodbye.